What's going on, everyone? My name is Tom from Dreadlabs, and today I want to talk about 2022.
Dreadlabs.
Alright guys, if you have been around on the Dreadlabs channel for over a year now, you might remember a video that I put up December 10th last year, talking about 2021. My plans for 2021 that I had at the end of 2020. In this video I wanted to go over the initial goals that I had and in retrospect see if I accomplished those or started out with those. I also want to talk a little bit about the coming year, what's on the planning, what I wanted to do with the coming year, content-wise, Dreadlabs-wise, but also some personal plans and personal development, I guess. And yeah, I think this is just a nice video, that I can look back on every year and see how much I've grown myself. So yeah, you can really see it on my screen, but I'm looking at my old video right now. It went up December 10th, 2020. So the first thing that I can see early on in the video is that I talk about how many subscribers I ended up with and how many followers I ended up with on Instagram in the year 2020. And again, as of recording this, December 3rd, we are at, let me see, 6,046 subscribers on YouTube. And we're also at 3K something followers on Instagram, which is also really, really cool. So I always think it's nice to compare those, I guess. It's also a nice, measurable stat to see how much I've grown and how much the channel and the community have grown. So yeah, at this point in time, we are at 42,000 subscribers and 18,500 followers on Instagram. So that basically means that we've grown around 15,000 people on Instagram and about 35,000 people on YouTube, which is undescribable. If you are new to the channel, I can imagine because in November this year, a video of mine went up, The Secret to Y2K Logos. And basically that video kind of blew up, which resulted in me earning about 10,000 new subscribers in the past month or so. So yeah, I can imagine that there are a lot of new faces here. So yeah, welcome to the channel, I guess. Yeah, I just figured this is a nice way to start off this video, I guess. And yeah, I'm really, really proud of how much the community has grown, and I'm super happy with all of these new people around me, digitally, of course. But yeah, just to see the community grow. We are also at over 1,000 members in the Discord server. All creative people sharing their designs, music, inspiration, giving feedback to each other, networking. So it's super cool to see that every day. And yeah, we basically hang out from every now and then, talking about whatever's up in your mind, So yeah, if you are not on the Discord server yet, there is a link in the description. Also in the past video, I mainly talked about how I want to do more music related stuff and more clothing related stuff. And I guess it's safe to say that the clothing stuff quite worked out really well, I guess. We started the Dreadlabs clothing Instagram, which is kind of dead at the moment, but yeah, I'm planning to revive that in the coming year somewhere. And yeah, if you are also familiar with the channel, you also know that we have starting a streetwear brand series where, of course, we started a streetwear brand from scratch. I'm actually really happy that I pursued those ideas and I started this video series. Of course, the clothing brand hasn't launched yet. If you don't know, there was a minor setback with some trademark issues that we had, but we're planning on launching in the coming year somewhere. I cannot promise anything yet because, these things take time. So another really fun thing that I can see is that my camera there was just an iPhone, and I'm now looking at you guys through my Canon EOS camera with a lot better quality and also with some background music. I never realized how awkward it is to have a video without background sounds. Some people suggested that in the comments, so thank you so much. One thing that I am kind of disappointed at, but also can kind of understand, is that the Dreadlabs music thing never really took off yet. And that's mainly, I think, because the person who should have started with their internship/graduation project revolving around Dreadlabs music hasn't been able to start yet. So that's something that's been planning in the coming year. And I think also one of the main parts where I promise or I talk about some stuff that I want to do, and some of these things hadn't happened yet, or at least you guys cannot see what's happening behind the scenes for that yet. And I think that's just because I kind of started realizing that I cannot do everything on my own. I have so much ambition with Dreadlabs, and at the point, and last year, there was just not enough support yet to start, pursuing this full time yet. And I was still studying. So yeah, I'm graduated now, Dreadlabs is up and running. And I think this is now the time to expand a little bit. And the very, very first step on expanding basically will result in the new office that's hopefully going to open in the beginning of 2022. Basically, this office will come with a couple of desks to work at and also a recording studio where I can actually record my videos in peace, because if you cannot see this right now, I'm actually in my living room. And as you can probably imagine, with a new lockdown announced in the Netherlands last week, yeah, me and my girlfriend don't really have enough room for me to just keep recording and live streaming videos all day, which is kind of unfortunate, but also if we get this studio up and running, this will probably not be an issue anymore. So yeah. Then something that like took a lot of time for me was editing my own videos, and basically this resulted in me not being able to make more asset packs for you guys, for example. And that's why I started outsourcing my video editing to someone I know as of fairly recently. I think this started around the end of November, halfway through somewhere. And yeah, this just has been super helpful to me. So yeah, shout out to Floor. Thank you so much for editing my videos. And then another thing that's going to happen is I'm actually going to hire a kind of like a project manager of some sorts, my friend called Jordan. And basically he's going to oversee every project that Dreadlabs is going to do, whether it be videos, asset packages, basically making me be able to work on a schedule a bit more and doing some administrative stuff, some marketing related stuff, you know, just to get like everything runs smoothly and have a second pair of eyes on like everything that's going on in Dreadlabs, because it's been quite some well, yeah, because of the expansion into like clothing and, you know, videos, asset packs, like actual clothing production. Again, you cannot see anything about it yet because it's kind of like behind the scenes at the moment. And also like a lot of music stuff. It's actually coming, guys, don't worry. But yeah, all of this is quite a lot. And that's why I want to have an extra person who can help me oversee all of that. So yeah, that's basically what's been happening behind the scenes. So 2 new people working with me on some Dreadlabs stuff. Yeah, really happy with that. I've also started producing music a lot again. And again, this will also probably launch somewhere in the coming year. Besides that, I also have a couple of sample packs ready and working on some preset packs. And if you remember the last video where I talked about I wanted to do more analog stuff, I haven't done as much as I wanted it to, but you've probably seen a couple of analog jams on my channel so far, with the Behringer Neutron and the Behringer TD3. Is that the name? I think so. It's an SS synthesizer. Yeah, and I plan on doing a little more videos with those in the future, and actually do some videos like talking and explaining some stuff, I guess. But yeah, again, like it's kind of hard to record videos with music in a living room where the audio quality isn't optimal, and where you cannot just, you know, like shut yourself off from the rest of the world trying to record a video. So yeah, that's kind of the reason why the music thing is going a little bit slow. I just don't want to produce music in my living room the whole day. You know, I'm kind of afraid that I will also bother my neighbors because I'm living in an apartment. And on top of that, I guess, well, I don't think you guys will notice a lot from that, unless you and I are working together on some freelance projects. But I'm actually also starting to expand my freelance business into a more of an agency kind of feel with the same guy that also was going to do the management with me, Jordan. So it's going to become more of like a transition into like a creative agency. So we're going to do yeah, social media marketing, graphic design, merchandise design, websites, all sorts of stuff that we find interesting and can help a creative business with. So that's basically what's going on in the background. And on top of that, there's been quite of a steady rollout of like videos lately. As of recording this, I'm not sure what went up and what hasn't been gone up yet, but I have a couple of Cinema 4D videos and After Effects videos ready for you guys, as well as some new Illustrator videos as well. And again, I'm always looking for new inspiration for new videos to make. So if you have any suggestions about tutorials, techniques that you would like to learn more of, or you know, maybe like some tech talks video or something like that, just let me know in the comments and we can always see if I can make a video about it or answer your questions. So yeah, basically looking back at what I said last year, the only thing that never really happened in 2021 was the music part of Dreadlabs. There were a couple of live streams, there were a couple of videos, there were a couple of live jams, but not as much as I wanted them to be, and I hope that will change in the near future. Anyways, the last thing I wanted to say is that I'm super grateful for all of the support you've given me, for being a part of this amazing community, to share your creativity, your inspiration, your expertise with each other, and making me be able to to actually run this creative hub full time now, basically. So yeah, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. As a viewer, as a subscriber, as just some random guy who clicked on this video, I'm just super glad that you guys helped me out with this. And also a quick shout out to everyone who has bought an asset package from the Dreadlabs web store so far, because it's also really helping me out. So yeah, big shout out to you. Thank you so much for the support. And specifically, I just want to give a quick, huge shout out to all of the Patreons of the channel. The Patreons basically make me be able to give a steady income to myself while working on Dreadlabs. So if this has always been kind of vague for you, I'll try to explain it a little bit in an easy sense. If I wasn't been able to make money with Patreon for my tutorials, well, that's because basically what's happening. I wouldn't have the time to record videos during the week, because otherwise I would have to get a job or something, you know, to cover the costs of living here and everything. So yeah, anyways, thank you so much. Shout out to all of my Patreons. So one more thing about the Patreons is, if you don't know, you get access to all of the project files from all of my tutorials. You'll also get a 15% discount in my asset web store and an exclusive Discord role. If you go one tier up, you get access to the Starting a Clothing Brand series, the full episodes. You can see the recaps on YouTube, but the full episodes contain a little bit more information, as well as the project files for the videos. So yeah, if this is something you're interested in and helping me out, supporting the channel and supporting the community, there's a link in the description. So yeah, one more time, shout out to my Patreons, my viewers, people who's bought asset packs from me, people who just are active on the Discord community. Yeah, basically everyone who has been able to help me out with anything in this year. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for an amazing year, and let's make 2022 even better. This is Tom from Dreadlabs tuning out, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Bye bye.